It's a little later in the day, it's about 4 o'clock, got a little bit of a later start. This time with the tent, the instructions had suggested 2 pegs, 1 door, then put the pole in. I'm going to do both doors, 4 pegs, 2 on each side, then I'm going to put the pole in, so I'm not doing a balancing act like it was last time. The other thing too is I'm not far from the truck, just over that way a little, because this is a test run for both the stove and the tent, and it's just that kind of camping trip. So we got the pole up, put the bag on the top, a little added protection even though it's a rounded top and shouldn't affect the top of the teepee at all. The nice thing about that is we got some webbing here that you can hang stuff from, clothing, lighting, what have you. So that's why we put it up there. Alright, let's see if we can get this in here without too much trouble. Way easier doing the 2 doors and then putting the center pole up. Awesome. So for all the guile points, the main guile points on the tent, I'm using either these ice screws. I find these work so much better than what they give you, which are cheap aluminum summer pegs. I swear by these. I used them with my old hot tent. I'm using them again. And I'm also using some of these. These are just the long nails with the catch top. Alright, we got the tent all set up. I think that I probably guyed out the 2 doors originally stretched it a little too far, so I don't have as much give on the sides for the walls, but at this point it's getting late. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to go with a little bit more narrow of a living space, which is not a big deal because it's only me. Live and learn. Another pro tip from an amateur. Maybe don't guy out the 2 doors as tight, then you can work with everything a little bit more evenly. But now that everything's set, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. So that's what I'm talking about right here. I got that stretched pretty good. And this is an adjustable tie strap. And right now it's at its loosest it could be. But I've tightened it so much with the way I've staked it out. So what's happened is even though I've guyed out the sides, it's not going out as much as I would like. this is the cot. Now I got it up against the side of the tent for now, but I'll be moving it this direction, more towards the middle when I go to bed. You got the stove there, cooking utensils there, food's in there. Lots of room back here. But it's just me, so that's works out good. So yeah, just a bunch of paraphernalia, stuff I need, stuff I don't need probably. And we're gonna get the stove going soon. A little bit of wood in here. Got some wood in that bucket too. So I brought some wood with me. And these sawdust blocks, hardwood sawdust blocks, which I've used before in my previous hot stove, and I really liked it, so should be good. Just laying a couple bigger pieces down at the bottom there. Smaller pieces in that birch bark. Yeah, it's dark, and the lighting I have isn't the best, so bear with me. We are rolling now because the fire is super hot. I closed both doors. I do have 2 vents open up top, so there is airflow. The stove's not letting out any smoke or anything. It was when it first got going, but now it's operating just perfect. It's roaring. You can probably hear it. So I've dampened it down a little bit to kind of slow it down. Probably about 0 right now outside. Unfortunately, our winter up here has been much the same as has been around North America, I guess. It's just strange this year. Not a lot of snow, not a lot of cold. I need to get out because it's going to get a lot warmer, and hot tent camping in the plus is not much fun either. So, all right, we're on the mushrooms. Saute some mushrooms. Steaks, pre-seasoned at home. Let's dump these mushrooms in, warm them up. All right, looks pretty good. I'm going to enjoy this, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit later. I'm going to just chill out for a while, and then I'll end up jumping in the sleeping bag and call it a night. And that's about it. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. A little bit of a chill in the morning here, about -8. Let's say it didn't go past -10 degrees Celsius, so it wasn't overly cold. I stoked up the fire, got a lot of wood in there, and then went into my sleeping bag and let that burn off. I got up, it was about 3:30, and you could feel the cold, but it wasn't anything major. And I have a great sleeping bag, so there was no issue there at all. Everything passed the test. The stove was great. The tent was great. I'm not going to relight the stove this morning. I'm going to start packing up, and I'm going to get out of here. If I did start the stove, there'd be a cool down period after I was done with the stove, and I just don't have time for that today. Unfortunately, this was more of a test run for this stove and this tent, and I didn't expect any issues, but you never know. So with that, I'm going to get everything packed up and get out of here. Everything that can happen too, I'll straighten that out. So that's why these ice hut stakes are way better than these, because we're trying to get them out. I don't have a hammer with me. I don't have anything with a claw, so I had to kind of kick at it, and it bent the nail. So, pro tip: don't use these. Stick to these. I gave you a pro tip yesterday as these as a secondary option, but I mean, to get them out, whole other story. So if you're going in the soft snow and letting it pack, I think it'd be fine, but into ice and stuff, not gonna work. Alright guys, I'm ready to get out of here. Everything's packed up. Just got to get to the truck, not far. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a like, it means a lot. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.